the ounce. The Canadian dollar 73.5 cents U.S. For some top stories south of the border and a wrap-up of the trading session on Wall Street, here's Bloomberg.
Amazon customers who like to pay for their purchases with Venmo will have to find another way starting early next month. Amazon is ending its partnership with Venmo after a little more than a year. It cites recent changes, but offered no further explanation. What if you don't have to recharge an electric vehicle battery? Stellantis, parent of Jeep and Chrysler in the U.S., plans to try battery swapping on some EV models in Europe. It's working on the technology with Ample, a San Francisco startup. Modest gains on Wall Street in a rally led by technology shares. Dow Industrials gained 63, the S&P 500 added 36, the Nasdaq rose 193. Larry Kofsky, Bloomberg Radio.
And at the City News Business Center, I'm Ari Rabinovich.
Christmas is a time for giving, and so let's spread a little cheer to local families in need. Hi, I'm Morgan Riley. As a brand ambassador for Mercedes-Benz Newmarket, I'm proud of how we support the community. Once again, we are partnering with York Regional Police and their Holiday Heroes campaign to help support families in need. Until December 15th, Mercedes-Benz Newmarket is a drop-off for new toys, children's clothing, non-perishable food items, so please come by with your donations. Thank you, and happy holidays.
Casino Rama Resort has something for everyone on your holiday list. Russell Peters returns with a new show January 26th and 27th. Dancing with the Stars live on February 2nd. Jan Arden February 9th. Ice Cube March 1st. Russell Dickerson March 9th. The Price is Right live March 29th and 30th. Celtic Woman April 5th and more. Buy tickets now at Ticketmaster. Full listings and details at CasinoRama.com.
City News Time, 10:30.
Toronto's #1 for breaking news, traffic, and weather. This is City News 680 everywhere.
Good evening. It's Thursday, December 7th. I'm Christine Ritchie.
And out right in the pond, here's what's making news this hour.
With the Israel-Hamas war raging on, a Toronto rabbi says it will be challenging to celebrate Hanukkah this year, a holiday that celebrates light over darkness. U.S. President Biden's son, Hunter, is indicted on 9 tax charges after evading $1.5 million in taxes. If convicted, he could face up to 17 years in prison.
The death toll rises in Canada after more people eat cantaloupe tainted with salmonella.
A woman in her 50s is using a crosswalk, is struck and killed by a garbage truck near Dufferin and St. Clair.
It was the right of way for her. She was supposed to cross.
The Leafs win in Ottawa, but it comes at a cost. And the NBA in-season tournament doing the Sin City semis tonight. Sports at 45.
Tech stocks led a rally on Wall Street, especially for shares in AMD. And Bay Street closed in the green, albeit just barely by 4 points. Business at 56. City News Time, 10:31.
Time for traffic and weather. Together on the ones, here's Asher Rock.
This report brought to you by Atlas Care. Lots of road work and a stalled vehicle on the westbound Gardiner. West of Bathurst, the second lane from the left is blocked. You can get around this on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. Is there another stalled vehicle here? For some reason, there is a truck that's now stopped in the third lane from the right, and the right lane is not moving. So, not sure exactly what's happening here. We'll have to find out momentarily. But it is a slow go on the westbound Gardiner because of this and the ongoing catch basin work. So from west of York to west of Bathurst, and then it picks up again from west of Strawn to west of Jameson, where they're working in that left lane. Just a mess on that route. Northbound DVP, the ramp to the northbound 401 or eastbound 401 Collectors is closed. This is causing a backup from Eglinton, southbound 404 ramp to the eastbound 401. That's also shut down. Lots of construction on the eastbound 401 east of Guelph line. The two right lanes are blocked, or two left lanes are blocked, pardon me. It's slow to Highway 25. No access to the eastbound 401 from Mississauga Road, Avenue, Yonge, Bayview, Leslie, Highway 2A, and Port Union. And on the westbound 401, the off-ramp to Kingston Road is closed. The Port Union ramp to the westbound 401 is shut down. And then there's no access from Morningside, Nielsen, Markham, McCowan, Brimley, or Kennedy. There's a collector lane closure in the process of going into place. Also, no access to the westbound 401 from Mavis or from southbound Winston Churchill. The ramp to Winston Churchill also is shut shut down. Southbound 404 ramp to 16th also is closed. And if you are on the southbound 427, no access to the westbound QEW. Atlas Care for your home heating, cooling, electrical, plumbing, and drain services. Available 24/7. Visit atlascare.ca today. With the forecast, Natasha Ramzahai.
Dropping to -1 overnight tonight. Mainly cloudy skies. We may get some misty conditions in there as well tonight, as well as tomorrow morning as you wake up to that -1, but prepare for a daytime high slightly milder than today, getting up to 7 degrees, which is above seasonal. Average high is about 2-3 degrees for this time of year, and we'll also see some sunny breaks through the afternoon. Tonight down to a low of -1.
Right now in downtown Toronto, 4 degrees and cloudy. City News Time 10:34.
A Toronto rabbi says it will be difficult to celebrate Hanukkah this year with everything that is happening in the Middle East.
City News 680's Phil Martino tells us the 8-day-long festival began tonight at sundown.
Hanukkah celebrates light over darkness, according to Adam Cutler, senior rabbi at Adath Israel Congregation. But he says it will be a challenge to celebrate the holiday this year because they are enormously cognizant of the fact that there are still more than 100 hostages being held by Hamas.
And we're hoping that they can see that light.
Rabbi Meir Dabrowski with the Yorkville Jewish Center says it has been a tough couple of months, especially with the global rise in anti-Semitism to levels we have not seen before.
In these difficult times is precisely when we need a light of that menorah.
Police forces across the country have reported a rise in suspected hate-motivated incidents, most of them anti-Semitic. Phil Martino, City News. Stateside now, where Hunter Biden has been charged in connection with a long-running Justice Department investigation into his taxes. ABC's Pierre Thomas reports.
We found out that a federal grand jury has returned a 9-count indictment charging tax violations by Hunter Biden. 6 of the cases involve misdemeanor offenses, but there are 3 felony tax charges against him.
And according to the special counsel's team, Hunter Biden engaged in a 4-year scheme to not pay at least $1.4 million in taxes that he owed from 2016 through 2019.
You're listening to All News Radio, City News at 685. People have died in a salmonella outbreak linked to Malachita and Rudy brand cantaloupes. Public Health Agency of Canada says 129 people have been confirmed with salmonella linked to the outbreak, almost double the number at the last update on December 1st. Cases have risen sharply in Quebec, with 91 confirmed infections compared to 35 last week. There are also 17 cases here in Ontario, and 15 in British Columbia. Consumers are being warned not to buy, eat, or sell Malachita or Rudy brand cantaloupe. The agency says any brands of the fruit that can't be verified should be thrown out.
Toronto police say a woman in her 50s is dead after she was hit by a garbage truck this afternoon near Dufferin and St. Clair. The driver of the truck remained on scene and did not sustain any injuries. Paramedics say the woman was pronounced dead at the scene, and people who live in the area have complained multiple times to the city that the intersection has been dangerous for some time.
City News at 680 time at 10:37. If you're 80 and still driving, first of all, congratulations to you. But now you have to increase your game after the province says it's considering anyone over the age of 80 to take an enhanced road test. 680's Charlene Close has more.
A look over the Auditor General's annual report shows the Ministry of Transportation is reviewing some of the rules for seniors. Currently, drivers have to renew their license every 2 years after they turn 80, and the process involves a driver education session where their vision is tested, and they have to draw a clock which measures cognitive abilities. The auditor's report says the ministry did research in 2020 that showed more than a third of drivers over 80 who passed the clock test could not pass a road test. It recommends an enhanced road test and says the MTO is considering introducing one in 2026. Charlene Close, City News. City News time at 10:38. Well, your heart generally warms and opens up more during the holiday season, right? Well, that's exactly what scam artists are looking for. That, according to the Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, as it releases a long list of scams to be aware of. They include everything from fake charities, grandparent scams, gift card scams, and more. City's David Zura has more.
Acting Detective Sergeant with the OPP and Canadian Anti-Fraud Centre, John Armitt, says the technology we use to shop and stay in touch with loved ones is being used against us. And says you can turn those same tools back around and use them to potentially spot a scam.
Go on, whatever social media platform to search and type in what you think the fraud is or what you see. Maybe it's a link or maybe it's a phone number. Put that into like a Google search engine.
Being the holidays, are there any particular frauds off of this list that really get amplified?
Absolutely. I think the selling of goods and services online.
To get money back after you've lost it, is that more the exception or the rule?
We have had successes in the past of recovering funds, but it's the exception, not the rule.
For City News, I'm David Zura.
And this definitely is not a scam. We have some good news at the gas pumps coming up for you in 30 seconds. City News Time, 10:39.
We're taking back lazy with Lazy Boy by leaning all the way back into our sofas. After spending 9 to 5 sitting upright, we deserve to spend our 5 to 9 fully reclined. Our only side hustle shall be hustling home to our recliners. We, the lazy, are taking back lazy, all from the comfort of our Lazy Boy furniture. Lazy Boy, long live the lazy.
Get up to an extra $500 off your purchase at 9 GTA stores plus Kitchener, Barrie, and St. Catharines.